Moments when life breaks you. These are the times when the weight of the world seems unbearable, when hope feels like a distant dream, and when you wonder how, or even if, you can go on. But I'm here to tell you that not only can you survive these moments, you can emerge from them stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever before. First, let's acknowledge what it means to be broken. It's when everything you've built, everything you've hoped for, seems to crumble right before your eyes. It's the job you lost, the relationship that fell apart, the diagnosis you never expected, or the dream that was shattered. It's the moment when you feel like you're standing at the edge of a precipice, looking into a dark abyss, with no idea how to move forward. But here's the thing about breaking points: they are not the end. In fact, they are often the beginning of something new. Breaking points force us to confront our vulnerabilities, to acknowledge our pain, and to strip away the illusions we've built around ourselves. It's in these moments of raw honesty that we discover who we truly are and what we're truly capable of. When life breaks you, it's easy to feel like you've lost everything. But what you haven't lost is your resilience, the incredible human ability to bounce back, to recover, and to rebuild. Resilience is not about pretending that everything is okay when it's not. It's about facing the storm head-on, acknowledging the devastation, and then, slowly but surely, starting to pick up the pieces. Resilience doesn't mean you won't feel pain. In fact, pain is a necessary part of the process. It's through experiencing pain that we grow. It's through our darkest moments that we learn the most about ourselves. It's through adversity that we build the strength to face whatever challenges come our way in the future. Healing after being broken isn't instantaneous. It's a process, and it takes time. It's like a wound that needs time to close, to scab over, and eventually, to leave a scar. And that scar is a reminder not of your weakness, but of your strength. It's a testament to the fact that you survived, that you endured, and that you came out the other side. During this healing process, it's important to be kind to yourself. Give yourself permission to feel the pain, to grieve, and to mourn what you've lost. But also give yourself permission to hope, to dream, and to believe in a better tomorrow. Healing doesn't mean you'll forget what happened or that the pain will magically disappear. It means that you'll learn to live with it, to integrate it into your story, and to let it shape you into a stronger, more compassionate person. One of the greatest lessons we can learn from being broken is the power of vulnerability. We live in a world that often equates vulnerability with weakness, but in reality, it's one of the greatest strengths we possess. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we open ourselves up to connection, to empathy, and to love. When life breaks you, it's tempting to put up walls, to close yourself off, and to pretend that you don't need anyone. But the truth is, we all need support. We all need someone to lean on, someone to listen, someone to remind us that we're not alone. And by being vulnerable, by admitting that we're not okay, we allow others to step in and help us carry the burden. There's a powerful transformation that can happen when we take our pain and turn it into purpose. Think about some of the greatest leaders, innovators, and changemakers in history. Many of them were driven by pain, by a deep sense of injustice, by a desire to make the world a better place because of the hardships they endured. When life breaks you, it's an opportunity to reflect on what really matters to you. What are you passionate about? What do you want to change in the world? How can you use your experiences to help others who are going through similar struggles? Turning pain into purpose doesn't mean you have to change the entire world. Sometimes, it's about changing one life at a time. It's about being there for a friend in need, volunteering for a cause you believe in, or sharing your story to inspire others. When you find purpose in your pain, you reclaim your power. You take control of your narrative and decide how it's going to shape your future. When we're in the midst of a crisis, it's easy to lose perspective. The pain feels all-consuming, and it's hard to see beyond the immediate moment. But one of the most powerful tools we have in overcoming adversity is the ability to shift our perspective. Imagine you're climbing a mountain. When you're at the base, the peak looks daunting, almost impossible to reach. But as you start to climb, as you overcome one obstacle after another, the peak begins to seem more attainable. And when you finally reach the summit and look back at the path you've taken, you realize just how far you've come. In the same way, when life breaks you, it's important to remember that the pain you're feeling right now is not permanent. It's a part of your journey, but it's not the whole journey. There will be a time when you look back and see how this experience shaped you, how it made you stronger, and how it prepared you for the next challenge. It might seem counterintuitive to talk about gratitude when we're discussing being broken, but gratitude is one of the most powerful tools we have in overcoming adversity. When life breaks you, it's easy to focus on what you've lost, on the pain, and on the injustice of it all. But gratitude shifts your focus to what you still have, to the blessings in your life, and to the things that are still going right. Gratitude doesn't diminish your pain, but it does provide balance. It reminds you that even in the darkest of times, there is still light. It's about finding the silver linings, about appreciating the small moments of joy, and about recognizing the people who stand by you when everything else falls apart. Cultivating gratitude doesn't mean ignoring your pain or pretending that everything is okay. It means acknowledging that even in the midst of suffering, there is still goodness in the world. And it's this awareness that can give you the strength to keep moving forward. In the face of adversity, one of the most powerful things you can hold on to is faith, whether that's faith in a higher power, faith in yourself, or faith in the process. Faith is what sustains us when everything else falls apart. It's what gives us the courage to take the next step, even when we can't see the whole path. Belief is closely tied to faith. It's about believing that there is something beyond the pain, that there is a future worth fighting for, and that you have the strength to overcome whatever challenges come your way. Belief is not about denying reality or living in denial. It's about choosing to see the possibility in every situation, no matter how dire it may seem. When life breaks you, hold on to your faith and your belief. Let them be your guiding stars, your anchors in the storm. And remember that no matter how dark the night, the dawn will always come. When life breaks you, it's an opportunity to rebuild, not just to patch up the cracks, but to create something entirely new. It's a chance to reinvent yourself, to shed old identities that no longer serve you, and to step into a new version of yourself that is stronger, wiser, and more authentic. Rebuilding after being broken is not about returning to who you were before. It's about embracing the change, about recognizing that you are not the same person you were before this experience, and that's okay. In fact, it's more than okay, it's a gift. It's a chance to redefine yourself, to set new goals, and to pursue new dreams. As you rebuild, remember that it's okay to take it one step at a time. You don't have to have it all figured out right away. Start with small steps, with the things you can control, and gradually, you'll begin to see the bigger picture. So, what do you do when life breaks you? You acknowledge the pain, you allow yourself to feel it, and then you rise. You rise with resilience, with vulnerability, with purpose, and with perspective. You hold on to gratitude, faith, and belief, and you use them as your compass to navigate the storm. And most importantly, you rebuild. You take the broken pieces and you create something new, something stronger, more beautiful, and more resilient than ever before. Because life will break you at times, but it will never destroy you. You have within you an incredible power to overcome, to rise, and to thrive. When life breaks you, let it be the catalyst for your greatest transformation. Let it be the beginning of a new chapter in your story, a chapter filled with strength, courage, and endless possibilities. Because you are not defined by the moments that break you, you are defined by how you rise from them.